Okay, guys. So in this one, I'm going to be showing you how to do the PSA billboard. The only thing that's a little bit tricky is like after your sketches, making the actual design that's 14 inches by 48 inches, and making sure that everything fits there really good. It says JPEG, RGB, and print ready PDF. I'm happy with just the PDF. You don't have to give me the JPEG. And then, so right now I have an example right here in Illustrator. So I did this one right here, and then so you can see that I have my different layers and I have my different stuff. So let me make a new project, file new, and then print. And then we want to do changes to inches. And we want 48 by 14. And press create. Now I have my thumbnails, so let me get my thumbnails and put them in here, and that way I can, so you guys can see them. So here's my thumbnails. Okay. And so let's say I want to try my recharge one instead of like this one I did earlier. And so I could take a screenshot of it and make it right there, whatever. I mean, it just depends on you guys, um, and then your experience with the tools and techniques and shapes. I really like using shapes, and if you guys haven't used a lot of these other shapes, there's a lot of great shapes here, like the rectangle, the rounded rectangle, the rounded, the ellipse tool, and all those other ones. To make a triangle, you take the star tool and you just click, and you can change it to 3. So if I wanted to do an iPhone like that, so I can just go like this, and then what's cool is like I can just go like this and just, you see I round off the edges like this, and then I can do another one like right here. And then center it like that. And then with this guy, what I like to do is object path, offset path. And then what I'm going to do is make it bigger, so that'll be like the outline. And so this is a little trick I've learned. So I'm going to do 0.3. See that? Press OK. Ah, I messed up. Offset path, offset path, offset path. 0.3. Okay, and then I would just move this guy out here. Now, if you haven't learned how to like join shapes and stuff like this, like I have Pathfinder and you can unite shapes. See, this one went in front, so I'm just gonna move to the back. See, so now I have those two. And then to do this like line right here, like all I gotta do is just draw a line like this, and just tell Illustrator to select. Well, I hold Shift with the selection tool. I click on the line and I hold this one, and then those are the two connected, and I just go like this, divide, and now they're two shapes, but I gotta ungroup it. So right click and then ungroup, and now look, I got two separate shapes right there. And oops, Control Z, and this one I can color with red if I want to. See, and then this one can be like that lighter. Oh, don't know why that went to gray. Oh, so annoying. Swatches. There you go. Okay. And then this one I'm gonna do like a light, maybe like a light blue. Down. And then this one's like a gray. Okay. And then I can group these like that, and then Control G, and then I can move it where I want to. And one thing for billboards is you want to be able to see that they're recognizable right away, you know, and the text is easy to read. So over here on this one, I used Helvetica, so I'm going to copy this and bring it over. One thing I noticed with some students that were showing me their work is that sometimes they get the type tool, which is T on the keyboard, and they make a box like this, and then they start typing. But the bad part about that is that when you type inside like that and you want to stretch your text to make it bigger, it just makes your text box bigger and doesn't make the font bigger. So, but if you get the type tool and you click on the screen, don't make a box, just click. And then I'm going to put recharge. Now if I get the selection tool, hold shift and drag, you can see it stretching like that. So that's a little trick if you do that the wrong way. So I'm going to change this from the Helvetica. I think it should be right here. Okay. And then yourself, not just your phone. Okay, and then some people have a hard time with background colors, so you just get the rectangle tool and then fill my background. I could do my gradients. Let me reset my workspace. So let's say I want to do a gradient like this. Zoom out. And then again, send it back. And I can put my 1% right there, so 1%. Like that. Okay, and then I can play with the colors. Maybe I want gray in there and my gradient, so. There you go. Simple, very simple, you know. Recharge yourself, not just your phone. And then go to File and then Save As. But you want to delete like your other stuff that you're not going to use. So File, Save As, and then Billboard, and then first name, last name. And then we want it to save as Adobe PDF, and then press Save. And then upload it like that. And that's it. Really simple.